Wow, so it's not exactly survival Russia, but it's a chilly old morning in the UK. We've had a sort of light dust of the snow overnight. The awning's got a little bit of snow on it. I think it's just a matter of kind of tightening that up. Came out and switched the truck on, and it started first time, which is peachy. Got my first cup of tea of the day in my hand, so the world's a beautiful place. Woke up a couple of times and the tip of my nose was sticking out, and that was a bit just the tip of my nose kind of was freezing cold and woke me up. But apart from that, it's been absolutely brilliant. We're here doing the recce for the next prepper beat, so going to have a whiz around, show you a little bit more of the farm, especially in this season, this light dust in the snow. But the awning just needs a little bit of tightening up. I'll knock the snow off of it. Wow, so that's most of the water off of the awning. Just really simple to do, you know, literally just have to run your hand down the inside of each panel, get the water off of it. Then I've just readjusted the tension. So perhaps it's kind of had a little bit of give overnight, but no leaks, all still good as gold. Sorry ladies and gentlemen, nothing amazing this morning. Boiling the bag, all day breakfast. Done in the kettle, just waiting for the old petrol burner to warm up a bit. Haven't overfilled it, there's literally enough water in there for another cup of tea. Just going to boil that bag up. That's going to be Roach's breakfast in the field on a cold and frosty morning. Whoa, so cold wintry old morning. If you're going to boil in the bag, then probably the best thing to do is eat out of the bag, because if you were to transfer the food out of the bag onto a plate, obviously a lot of the heat transfers from the food to the plate, and constantly on a morning like this your food is getting colder and colder and colder. So literally just kind of unzip it. The other thing you get if it's not too hot is the heat is transferring into my hand, you know, and kind of warming me up. So this is just kind of all day breakfast, sort of bangers, beans, bacon, that sort of thing, you know, but bringing my body temperature up, warming my hands up, you know, I'm getting best effect by eating out of the bag. Sometimes I catch myself doing things, I'm not quite sure why I've done it, but I've just put my tea down on my gloves. So what's happening is the heat from the tea is radiating into my gloves. So I've got a nice warm bit of breakfast in me, I've got a nice hot cup of tea, and when I put my gloves on, they're going to be warm as well. So here's what I was talking about before, that I was wearing that kind of purple rubber glove over. Literally just doing a bit of washing up the other day, put my hand in the sink, and got these kind of aluminium thermal cups for the girls, and the lid at the top of it had come off, the plastic had come out of it, and there was the sharp aluminium, and I literally just sort of zipped a big tear in my finger under the soapy water. So I've had it dressed, but when I came out, knowing that I had an injury, I literally just put, you know, a couple of spare plasters and a bit of tape in my pocket so that I could redress it in the field should I have to. So you know, if you've got an injury of some sort, time to think about it is before you come out. So all I've tried to do since I've been out in the field is just keep it clean. This is a bit of micropore tape in the medical profession. It's common as muck, and so The plaster, just a waterproof plaster, a bit of micropore tape, and all I'm going to do is kind of reinforce and protect, if I can, the plaster. So just sort of over the top, and that's how I've been rubbing along since I've been out in the field. Right, so you can see there I'm starting to kind of cover the plaster up and just reinforce it slightly. The other thing about this tape is you can cut it off so you know the contours of your hand aren't going to be sort of flat and level. You know, so literally I can just adjust the tape to kind of fit the contours of my hand. So now I've completely covered up the plaster, and you know, messing around with kind of things that are wet and muddy and all the rest of it, a bit of washing up, doing your admin, but that has protected that cut and just kept it nice and clean. So literally just a couple of spare plasters in my pocket and a little roll of micropore tape, but somewhere where you can get it, because obviously you just don't know when this is going to fail, you know, when it's going to get wet, when it's going to start to peel off, and all you do, 2-minute job, just like I have now, to recover it up. But it's the old, you know, if it gets infected out here, stays infected, you know, so good idea if you've got an injury, have a little bit of kit in your pocket to redress it, keep it clean while you're in the field. So I've just dragged it out of its carry bag. That's my new kind of Parker Portland chainsaw. You'll find them for sale on the internet, and they're called all sorts of things. They're called Oregon, Parker, Portland, but I think with the amount of research that I've carried out, don't hold me to it, but they are all the same item, marketed or sold through different distribution networks. It's cheap and cheerful. I'll give you a close-up of all the stickers on it. It'll tell you exactly what it does. But I bought myself a upgraded kind of sharpening toolkit. That is the red thing's what they call a stump vise, which is just a method of sharpening it in the field if you're using it extensively. The toolkit, the instructions all came with it, a spare chain came with it, a mixing bottle that I mentioned earlier, and a little bag for your toolkit. I always kind of keep the instructions with the thing, you know, because in the middle of nowhere, if it stops working, you know, you've instantly got something that you can refer to. Bought myself some decent sort of Husqvarna goggles. You get a piece of wood in your eye in the middle of nowhere and you are instantaneously in serious trouble. But that is me kind of upgrading my bug out trailer with the rest of my picks and shovels, pins, recovery gear. But it's all contained in that black carry case, and everything stays together, so I'll literally just pick that bag up, throw it in the truck, and off we go if I think I might need it at any point. Just a kind of point of interest, take it or leave it. What I normally do is I normally keep my goggles in the bag that they came in, and the reason for that is that when I get them out, if I can reduce the amount of kind of scratching or damage that gets done to them until the time that I need them, you know, that's a good thing. Not beyond the realms of possibility that I might make a more substantial, maybe a little wax cotton bag for them at some point. But if you've got safety goggles, keep them in some sort of bag, slip, case, and that just stops them getting scratched to pieces, so that next time you need to put them on, you can actually see out of them.